Back last summer, I crossed District 8 many times listening to your concerns. We need schools, sewer, roads, traffic lights, fire plugs, sideways, like other parts of this county. Yes, I'm still here, asking, seeking, and knocking to represent you in District 8, Seat B, County Commission. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jess Walker. I'm asking to be appointed as the County Commissioner of the 8th District in Gibbs and the Halls area to have better our communities. I want to make a difference in our community. I am a retired of the Army National Guard and 278, and I hope to be able to serve community with integrity.
Hello, my name is Maurice Freed. Wife Beverly and I live in Kodak, Tennessee. I'm running for the vacancy created for the 8th District Knox County Commission. Please contact your local commission to nominate me for the I have 13 years of extensive governmental experience, held public office in the past, and if you want somebody to preserve your agrarian and recreational amenities in that area, please vote for me, or have the commission vote for me.
My name is Matt Myers, and I'm seeking the appointment to District 9 today. I feel that I bring a current working knowledge of county government, awareness of the issues that are affecting Knox County, budgetary experience, and a desire to help the county grow responsibly, or with the county officials and their offices, school board members, as well as the senior staff of Knox County government. I ask that you support me in this appointment.
And here are others who've thrown their name in the hat for the job. For District 1, Jeff Frazier, Josh and Ruby Wright, Robert L. Winter Jr., Jewel Casey, Pete Drew, and Ann Dingus.
And now District 2, Charles Bolus.
For District 4, Mike Alford, Scott Davis, Robert G. Ellis, Winter, James Fletcher Jr.
In District 5, Gregory Harrison Phillips.
In District 6, Randy Williams, Chuck James, and Rod Hyman.
In District 8, we have Jack Hills, Kay Frazier, Doug Dawkins, and Teresa Clapp.
District 9, Rob Wilson, Chuck Ward, Bob Joshua Lowe.
Now, the commission office is still accepting applicants, so more people may still step forward before Wednesday.
And we want to remind you, the people who are appointed will only serve until the next election, and that is next year. The primary will be February 12th. The general election then on August 7th.
And we are now joined by people who have some big decisions to make. Those term-limited commissioners and the chair of the commission who called for the meeting when to appoint the replacements.
Diane Jordan has represented the 2nd District since 1994. She was one of the 5 commissioners who sued to invalidate Knox County's charter.
John Schmidt has been on commission since 1998, representing the 4th District. He appealed the decision that declared Knox County's charter invalid.
And Scott Moore, who is chairman of the commission, he was first elected in 2002, is not one of the 8 who will be leaving office this week. Welcome to all of you. Mr. Moore, let me ask you, first of all, it's day after tomorrow. That's when the commission is going to make the appointments. Is that rushing things a little?
I don't think so. I think a great turnout of people wanting to apply, commissioners, and making the process longer. I don't think we get any different results in the end. I think we've talked to a lot of them, not all of them. We've had a couple of forums. We had one in Halls, we had one in West, we've had one tonight. And I think in the end, I think we'll have good people serving on County Commission.
Why not time? Former County Commissioner Ellen Rojero wrote a piece in the News Sentinel the other day describing the great process that she experienced in making an appointment when she was on the commission, and how effective the hearing process was, and I think it resulted in the appointment of Dr. Paul Kelly to the school board, who was an outstanding school member. Aren't these important hires for the county, and why not take the time to go through a process, let the public meet the people that want the jobs, and try to pick the best people?
Jack, I think we're going to pick the best people. But I go back to what you said about Madeline. She just took a job that is very important to the city of Knoxville. And you want to talk about process, there was no process in her appointment. They didn't go out and have public hearings on who was going to be a community director for the city. They just went out and picked her. And you can say it's great to have process, but it's great for somebody to tell another body to have process, and for them not to have process, I think is not telling the real truth about the government. You know, we've had process, and we're going to continue to have process through tomorrow. But, you know, the Supreme Court didn't give us a timeline. People could say if we put it off a month, we're moving too slow. If we did it now, we're moving too fast. I don't think we're going to make everyone in Knox County happy. But, you know, in the last election, only about 20% of the voters went out and even voted. So, you know, I don't think putting it off is going to change anything.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in. Just as you were making that description, Reverend Schmidt over here was kind of shaking his head, and I'm trying to figure out what the energy is here. You disagree with this notion? You think there ought to be more time?
Yeah.
What is going on, my friend?
With all due respect to the chairman, and I respect his views, but in reference to the position that Mr. O'Hara took with the city, that is an administrative post, and that is a selection of the mayor and his administration. We're talking about 12 elected posts, 4 of which are countywide elected posts. And there was an opportunity, I felt, that as long as before the February commission meeting, the 4th Monday of February, to have at least a public hearing for those 4 countywide offices. There we could have streamlined an opportunity for people to ask questions or have their commissioners ask questions of the candidates. Granted, a public hearing that involved every commission seat may best be left to those individual commission districts. But for the countywide offices, I think at the very least we could have had a public meeting. There was plenty of time to do so, but we didn't. And I think for whatever intent that we are having this meeting on Wednesday, the perception, which everybody knows in politics perception is reality, is it is a rush job, one in which deals have already been made.
We have gotten a number of email questions, and one that we definitely want to get to. And the question the person asked, Knox County government is not a family-owned business. It is a public trust. How do you justify handing these positions to friends and family members without public input? And, Ms. Jordan, I know your son has put his name in the hat, as has Mark Haywood's wife. How do you justify this?
At this moment, Robin, we don't know who's going to get the seats yet. You have to have more. I mean, I only have one vote for my son. So if I decide to put Josh, to nominate Josh, then I only have one vote. It's going to take 10 votes to get Josh or anyone appointed to these seats. So we don't know whether it's going to be a family or a friend affair. I'm sure everybody's going to know somebody on the county commission. So my answer would be we don't know what's going to happen on Wednesday.
Mr. Moore?
You know, I think we've got to pick the best qualified people who will lead their communities. And, you know, if we start ruling out people who we can't support or we shouldn't support, I think in the end it's wrong, because I think everybody in our community wants to talk about putting the best people in.
Ms. Jordan, let me ask you, are you going to nominate your son? Do you know yet?
I don't know yet. Josh asked me. I did have someone that I really wanted to nominate, and he since then moved out of my district, that particular candidate. And after he did, then my son Josh just stepped up and said, you know, I'd like to go through the process. So he's very much involved in the process. He's at the other forum at this time.
Yeah, I think you're saying that the decisions have not been made. It's still an open question. But we received a press release today, I think from you, Commissioner Moore, saying that there would be an orientation on Thursday and that there would be a luncheon to follow in the sheriff's office. My question is, have you checked with the sheriff, and who's that going to be? You know, what if the sheriff doesn't agree with having that luncheon in his office? So it certainly gives the impression that these decisions have been made already.
Well, we wanted to get the new commissioners in just as soon as we can, because we've got a budget coming up in just a few months, and I think that's important. We want to get their paperwork signed up, get them signed up on the county side, also get them where they can get their computers at home and all their equipment that they need. The luncheon, current Sheriff Tim Hutchison offered, and I said that'd be fine. I hope the next sheriff would agree with that and let us have our lunch down there on
Sounds like
Thursday.
Sheriff Hutchinson knows who the next sheriff's going to be.
I don't think anybody knows who the next sheriff is, because I don't think 10 people's got together yet to make that decision.
But don't we all have a pretty good idea?
Well, I can tell you, when I go to county commission and I think something's going to be really easy, it always ends up taking us a long time to get a decision.
Commissioner Fed, you were nodding your head on that question.
I think that, well, I'll be frank, I think the deal's done on the sheriff's department. I think J.J. Jones